Hey, if you're a worn out parent, this one is especially for you. Thanks for taking a couple of minutes to let me share some tips that I learned on my parenting journey. Now, if you're like I was, and I'm betting you are, when your kids misbehave, sometimes you're tempted just to look away and ignore it, pretend you didn't see it. Maybe when they misbehave in public, have you ever acted like, I don't know who those kids belong to? Sometimes it seems impossible to muster the strength to deal with it just one more time. But Proverbs makes a promise for worn out parents who do rise to the occasion and muster the energy to discipline them just one more time. If we dig deep and find the energy to rebuke them when they need it, here is what we are promised. Proverbs 28:23 says, "Whoever rebukes a person will in the end gain favor, rather than one who has a flattering tongue." Now notice, it doesn't say you're going to gain favor right away. Your kids aren't going to like it. And today or tomorrow it may not gain favor, but it says in the end, in years or perhaps even decades, at some point in time, our children come to appreciate the effort that we put into caring more about their character than about our comfort. Let me say that one more time. We need to care more about their character than about our comfort. And I can tell you from experience, there is no greater joy than seeing your children passionately serving the Lord, even going far beyond where I was able to take them in the things of the Spirit. But a child's natural bent is not toward God. We are all by nature pulled towards sin. Your loving rebukes and attentive discipline and encouraging words versus a flattering tongue can, though, bend them toward the Lord. Think about a young tree that you put guidelines on or ropes on to pull it up straight and point it in the proper direction. That's what we're doing with our children. We are drawing them away from the things of this earth and pointing them toward heavenly things. But like that young sapling tree, it's going to continue to pull at that restraining twine, wanting to go the other direction. And that's the way our kids are. They're going to continually pull and continually put stress on it, but we have to keep them pointed in the right direction. Now, aren't you glad to know that your loving but seemingly never-ending rebuking is not going to destroy them? Do you ever feel like you're just grinding them down and destroying their self-esteem? You see, you have God's promise that in the end, your loving rebukes will produce favor for you and for them as they learn to become productive members of society and the kingdom of God. But I have to leave you with a little warning here. Rebuking is not the same as nagging your kids, and so often all we do is nag. That's that Charlie Brown wah, 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 wah. Our kids just tune that out. The difference between nagging them and rebuking them is rebuking carries consequences if they disobey. Nagging is just like a dripping faucet. We continually threaten, but we never do anything. Children learn quickly to tune out that sort of noise. State what needs to happen, and then take action if it does not happen. If they disobey, take action. It's the action that motivates, not your irritated wah, 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 whining at them. They tune that out. It's the action that motivates them to learn to be obedient. Discipline your son, and he will give you peace. He will bring delight to your soul. That's what Proverbs 29:17 promises. Hey, remember, God only loans us children. He expects us to give them back to him. If you like these short podcasts, take a moment to share them with someone you know would benefit from them, and subscribe below so you're sure to get each new edition.